Is anyone else completely sick and tired of living in America where you're expected to work your entire life? Like, we are not here to work. Our jobs are not our lives. Our jobs are not our purpose. Like, everyone asks me, like, what's your job? What are you doing with your life? Like, I'm just trying to save enough and get passive income so I can go travel the world and start my life. Like, everyone thinks their purpose is to work. Like, you get done with high school, then you go to college for 4 years, then you're $30,000 in debt, and then you're trying to find a job just so you can pay off that debt over the next 3 years. And then what? Then you're making enough money just to pay your mortgage and afford groceries and then pay for kids. And then before you know it, you're 60 and you're retiring and your body hurts because of your job and you didn't do anything that you wanted to do. And that's our life. That's what you're expected to do. And if you break out of that, then people are going to judge you and think you're weird or you're crazy or you're a hippie. I'm so sick of it. America needs to make a change. Something needs to change because people are not happy here. People are not living their dreams. People are not living their life. They are working. They think that their work is their life. It is not that way.
Literally had my wits in with this shit. Like, I don't know how the fuck people are functioning right now. It's a little too much for me. Like, I know everybody like, well, that's just life. You have to work. That's you can get what you want. You gotta be. I don't care. I don't think it's normal to be this overworked. I don't think it's normal to be burnt out. I don't think it's normal to be tired all the time. I don't think it's so normal to be so overstimulated. Everything's so overstimulating. And it's because of our work life. It's because of the fact that we have to rush and everything's hustle, bustle. This, move there, move that, schedule this, time frame that, productivity, fully productive days, wake up at 3 a.m., go to bed at 10 p.m. Like, it's just too much. Like, we're just trying to fit too much in too little time when really all that we should be doing and focus on is literally living and breathing and being human. We can't even focus on that. We can't even focus on our basic ass health because everything is so fucking like go, rush, do this, do that. And it's like, it never ends. It never stops. And I know like people are like, well, you gotta work hard now so you can live comfortable later. There's not gonna be comfortable later, man. You're just gonna be working hard for the rest of your life until you overwork your body to the point that you can't even do shit no more, and you might just clock out of here. Like, it's no end goal. Like, for some people it do happen. I'm not saying you shouldn't work hard to meet your goals, but it's just like, I feel like another thing too is like, it feels like no matter what, it's always gonna be a next goal. You reach one goal, you work your ass off to get to one goal, and then you gotta work your ass off to get to the next goal, and you work your ass off. And the next thing you look up, you're 78, your whole life done flashed ahead of you, and it's like, damn, now I can finally enjoy my life. But I don't know. I just don't. It's just not it for me.
Hi guys, this video is about the family events that we missed when we live in another country, like birthdays, weddings, graduations, or in my case, my sister is about to give birth my niece and I'm not there with her. And I know you might think, oh, why you don't go and take a flight and just be there for her. As many of you know, the delivery of a baby can fluctuate a lot. It can be 2 weeks after, a week after, even a month after before. The feeling that I have right now, the sadness, doesn't get any easier. I've been living here for 13 years almost, and it's still the same when I missed an event. And I know some people might not understand, but I know there's people out there experience these on the daily basis, the homesickness of not being able to be there with your family. And I know it was my choice to come and move to this country, but we are still allowed to feel this way every now and then. The feeling of not being there, the feeling of missing out, is so hard some of the days of the year, especially in this kind of events. There's a family, there's a person just like you that maybe unfortunately cannot come back home. And the feeling of sadness when I miss an event, it doesn't get easier. And I know there's people out there can understand this. And I just wanted to let you know that you're not alone. And just as I was doing this video, I got the text that my niece is born. She's healthy. My sister is healthy. I'm an auntie again, and I can't wait to see her. Have a wonderful day, guys. Stay real.
Life in America literally feels like serving a death sentence. It feels like we're all collectively being punished for something that we didn't even do. Everything goes up, except for our wages. Nothing ever gets better. It honestly feels like it keeps getting worse. People will tell you when you're stating everything for how it is that you're being negative. How am I supposed to be positive with the current living conditions that I'm living under, how am I supposed to be positive when I don't know how I'm going to survive? How am I supposed to be positive when I don't know where my next meal is going to come from? How am I supposed to be positive when our government is actively trying to kill all of us off? Then you wonder why more people are deciding to burn down warehouses. You wonder why there's, more Luigis. You wonder why people are kicking in the towel and saying, screw the system, burn it all down. Because enough is enough. And I think we need to do more than continue to take it to this app. We need to take action.
I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired of paying for things I never asked for and don't want because of the same party that constantly lectures everyone else about fiscal responsibility. I don't want to pay for any more presidential golf trips. I don't want to pay for lobster and steak dinners and a grand piano for the SecDef. I don't want to pay for ballrooms. I don't want to pay for tricked out jets and airplanes. I don't want to pay for our FBI director and his girlfriend to fly and party with people. And I definitely don't want to pay for commercials promoting a crony like it's some personality cult. I don't want to subsidize any more billionaire lifestyles. And I really don't want to pour billions more into ICE, which already has more funding than the U.S. Marines, while politicians refuse even basic oversight, especially when I'm standing in the grocery store paying $330 for the same groceries that used to cost me $180 for my family of 4. All while cutting funding for the arts and science and medical research and cutting funding for healthcare and education and infrastructure, the very things that actually build the future of this country. The national debt is not magic money. Like any debt, it has to be paid. Right now, the United States already owes about $39 trillion. That's already insane. That works out to roughly $116,000 for every single American. And that's before the big bullshit bill. This bill is projected to add about $3.4 trillion more to the deficit over the next decade once interest is included, which means we're heading toward more than $40 trillion in debt. And if the current trajectory continues, economists project the national debt could reach around $50 trillion within 10 years. That's like freaking Star Trek money. It's impossible to even conceive. That would mean roughly $150,000 in debt for every single American. And that should scare the absolute hell out of you. Because not just you and I are going to have to pay. That's what we're leaving our children and our grandchildren generations with from just this administration's irresponsibility. Do you actually think Dear Leader cares about how this will affect generations? Dear Leader has never built anything using his own money. He always used other people's capital, banks, lenders, investors to fund his businesses. And when those businesses failed, the investors took the hit. He left them holding the bag and just walked away. But this time, the investors are the American people, and the balance sheet he's gambling with now is the United States of America. He sees our treasury as a national credit card with no spending limit. And eventually we pay for it, not him. You and me and our children will pay for it. It's crazy. It's just absolutely insane. That's all I got. Stay steady. Eyes open. Guard the Republic.
I want to go to the ER because I'm in so much pain. But I know they're just going to treat me like a drug addict and not help me. I can't even sit down. I can't bend down. I can't do anything but cry. And this is what it's like living in this country when you're a chronic pain patient. When you have a chronic illness that causes you excruciating pain, you just literally have to sit here and suffer through it. Because if you go to the emergency department, first of all, you're gonna sit there for like 6 hours.
or more, and they're immediately going to see that you're in pain management or that you take pain medicine, and they're going to treat you like you're there to get drugs or it's unfair because we are literally just left to suffer. It's torture. It's torturous what they do to chronic pain patients in this country. The doctors are jaded. They read a few words in your chart and immediately red flags come up, and they treat almost everyone like they're drug addicts. It's not fair. It's not fair because I'm in legitimate pain and the meds that I have at home are not working and I need something stronger. But I know they're either not going to help me or they're just going to not believe me. And it's not fair. I fucking hate living here.
I'm sorry, but the American dream never fucking existed. Like, what? Your dream is to work until you are 65 and decrepit and not be able to make ends meet the entire time? Like, I'm sorry, but that just does not sound remotely appealing to me. It's not even about the dream anymore. Like, people are literally just trying to afford living in America. And here's the thing. If you are working for America, you will never be able to live your dream life in America. Like, and I know that most of you have probably already scrolled by now because you don't think it's possible to live in America without working for America. I was a server at the beginning of 2023. I quit my serving job. I started affiliate and digital marketing in April of 2023 and have now made almost $300,000 working online, and none of that came from my serving job. So if you are genuinely interested in working for yourself, starting an online business, check out the roadmap. It's at the top of my page. It literally shows you everything that you need to know to make money online, to start digital marketing. But I promise your dreams are so much more achievable than you think they are, but you're probably not going to reach very many of them by living that American dream life.
You do not need a car. The new American dream is to leave, and that's exactly what I did. I just want to talk about walkability and how car-centered society is absolutely ruining us. I'm not stressed about paying for gas. I'm not stressed about car insurance, getting into an accident, car payments, mechanics, parking. Last year, I spent my summer working 70 hours a week so I can leave the country and move to Italy. Ever since I moved to a city where I can walk everywhere, I get at least 10,000 steps a day, sometimes closer to 20,000. There are 10 family-owned markets within a 5-minute radius of me that sell fresh fruit imported every single day. There's bakers on every street corner selling fresh bread instead of food that's ridden with pesticides and chemicals and highly processed. I can walk literally 2 minutes down the road and find exactly what I'm looking for to support a healthy, balanced lifestyle. As opposed to where I grew up in the United States, we would have to drive 20 minutes to the grocery store, pick out produce that was shipped from California, sprayed with a mother load of pesticides that would make my stomach hurt. I could eat salad every day in the United States and my stomach would still hurt and I could not lose weight because it is ridden with chemicals. Also, the fact that I have to hop in my car and drive literally everywhere, whether that be work, to my friend's house, to the grocery store, the gym. It's so bad for you. Walking is good for your mental health. Also, it's good for your body. It helps you clear your head. It helps with your blood circulation. And even better, I could walk to the bar. I could walk to the club. I don't need to worry about getting an Uber or a Lyft to ride home. They're all within walking distance, baby. I know there's some walkable cities in the US. New York City, because you could take the subway. Chicago has really good public transportation and walkability, but it's freezing. The US is packaging up walkability with a big bow and selling it to you for a premium. There is no reason you should be paying $3,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment just because it's in a walkable city. You should not be going to the grocery store and spending $50 on 3 things. Like, that's so normal, and I don't understand how that has become the norm in America. Also, don't get me started on these zoning laws and building regulations in place that prevent walkable cities from forming. They would rather give us parking lots than walkable cities.
All right, an update. Now into November, I got the rent paid. And now my account overdrafted a little bit, so that's cool. So I'm literally bingo on monies. I'm trying to keep off the streets, so being homeless is not a fun deal. But not to worry, I am pulling from my HSA funds, which will be taxed for 2022 taxes, so that's going to be fun to figure that one out. And I had to get some gas money from family so I can drive to work. And it looks like I'm basically going to be living off of what food I have left in my cabinets and fridge, and the humanitarian MREs that I actually purchased off Amazon a ways back. And I'm probably going to have to do that for at least 2 weeks to at least bounce back to something similar to normalcy. So that's pretty cool. It's going to be interesting. If anything, this is a lesson where I'm going to be a lot more frugal, because you never know when you have physical and mental health issues and have to basically can't work for like 3.5 weeks, if not a month, and suddenly your savings just goes gone. So no more DoorDash, which I've been basically quit those guys anyways. They're expensive. No fast food. I'm back to just tap water instead of purified water. And it's going to be roughing it, quote unquote roughing it, first world problems, for at least 2 weeks. And hopefully it's going to take five or more business days just to get that reimbursement, that withdrawal from my HSA account. So, and a good portion of that's going to go into, taking care of the overdraft. So yeah, that's the update, guys. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a bit of a struggle bus, but welcome to America.